Okay. We are live. It is 5 o'clock. Live in 5 o'clock traffic. Doing some car chronicles. Good night, car chronicles today. It's Tuesday, y'all. So we're gonna try to make it through this traffic. If you are catching the replay on this, please leave me a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. That you can hear me fine, you can see me fine in the beginning of this video. Y'all, I am using my new Android. I love the video on this Android. It has been great. It has been working very, very well for me. So I think this is going to be my future, is going to be doing my lives on my Android phone until I decide that I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. Yeah, so I'm gonna kick y'all to the curb, droids. I'm gonna kick you to the curb just as soon as I decide that I'm going to upgrade to the iPhone 14 or whatever they got at this point. So yeah, I know Team Android. I know Cheryl Faulkner. How you doing, Cheryl Faulkner? How you doing today? Good to see you. I'm sorry, y'all. This road is so bouncy. The roads around here just need to be redone. It seems like they're always working on them, but never, ever, ever complete them. And it's just bouncy, bouncy, bouncy all over the place. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Hey, T Moore, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Greengrass Grows, how you doing, sis? So glad to see you. Glad to see you in the chat today. E-Day Love, how are you doing? You can see it here just fine. Just getting off, just punching that clock to get up out of there. Tried to run a little bit today to get out of there, but today was a good day. I cannot complain. I really can't complain at all. Let's see, who is this? Chaco Me, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. So what I rent, how you doing? This is the Galaxy, I want to say A53 or something like that. So I didn't go like top of the line because this was going to be just like a second phone for me. So I got like the A53. But I love the video quality. It has been really, really good, and I cannot complain at all. Who else is that? B Family Vibes, how you doing? Good to see you. It says, hey, Gigi and Eco, how you doing, B Family Vibes? I wish I could see you because I think I know who you are. But hey, how you doing, LT? Hello, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. GT Junior Grows in Alaska. How you doing? Good to see you. Pooh Bear, how you doing? Callie Homesteading with Pooh Bear. Good to see you. Jay Weezy, how you doing, sis? Coming in from Georgia. Hello, hello to you. Good to see you. Jody B, hello, says Team Android every day. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Know how to use it yet. Okay. That's typically, so I have to watch a couple of videos every time I get a new phone. How you doing, B Rich? Thank you so much for the super chat. Good to see you in the chat today. You asked for advice on your last live. I watched part of it, looking for this live stream. Team Android. Okay, GT Junior says Android for life. Yeah, I used to be. And then I tried the iPhone and I liked it. To be totally honest with y'all, the only thing that I don't really care for about this Android, and probably what made me go to try the iPhone in the first place, is the processor. I feel like the processor on the iPhone is like, it goes. It like, there's no hesitation. It just goes. But the Android, there's like lag. Like, remember when I told y'all about like the Chinese movie back in the days, your mouth moving and then like your voice has to catch up with it? I'm still seeing the same thing now. So that's the only thing. But I did find um, additional space. I found additional space, a micro SD card, and that's the one thing I don't like about the iPhone is that you can't have expandable space. So they both have kind of both, you know, they have things that I like about both. So my son has that phone you're using now. Yeah, I'm really, other than like the processor is a little bit slow for me. I'm accustomed to like everything being really Johnny on the spot. That's the only complaint that I really have about it. Haven't seen your videos in a long time. Glad to see how much your channel has grown. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, we just keeping it slow and steady. Okay. We keeping it slow and steady. That's what we're doing. You would love the Galaxy S23 Ultra. I bet, but I wasn't about to pay for it. That was the only thing, is I wasn't about to pay for it. I know I would love it. I know I would. So hey Kathy, how you doing? No, that's Katie. How you doing, Katie? Good to see you. Bouger Prepper, how you doing? Good to see you. TLALB, hello from New Jersey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Not even a SIM card. The SIM is digital. Yeah. All of that. all of that. So I like them both though. I like them both overall. I can't complain. So let me just go ahead and get into conversation today. Did you have that? I thought you were going to give me that. You were showing me that it was getting together, but oh, case got okay. Okay, well, we just, I know I got all the cutesy stuff on the phone instead of being practical like Eco Neighbor. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into the conversation for today. So, have you ever had to make, well, had is relative, I guess, but have you ever made a decision, like a really big decision about something, and then once you get into it, it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, kind of thing? Hey there, hey Robin Murphy, how you doing? I need to stop and get some glasses, some reading glasses at least, at some point when we get into the country. But I broke my glasses, y'all. I broke my glasses. But anyway, so have you ever made a decision and then, it wasn't all that you thought that it was going to be, right? And so I just been thinking, and me and my husband been having conversations just about, this whole journey that we have gotten on, this whole journey that we have taken, and we just like, we talk real and straight up and give each other our honest opinions and honest feedback on all of the stuff that we have to go through on a regular basis with homesteading, right? Yes, welcome to my world. Oh yeah, green grass girls, I know. On a regular basis, we have these conversations. And so recently, we were talking again about what we're doing and the fact that every single day of our life for the last year, I know it's very uncomfortable, but I'm going to make it work. Every single day of our life for the last year and some months, we have been living in this RV. And, we were talking about, what if we had made this decision rather than the one that we are? I wonder where we would be now if we had just made a different decision. And I thought back on all of the stuff that we went through. And I think sometimes it's so easy to say, man, I wouldn't have done that. I probably wouldn't have made that decision if I knew today what I knew back then. And I was just thinking, and I was like, I can't even imagine my life different at this point. Thank you, Chaco Me. Can't even imagine my life different right now. I can't imagine driving to our old house right now. I can't imagine having to deal with all of this traffic right here, even on my weekends when I'm off. I can't imagine that. And I purposely don't come back over here on the weekends, right? And so I was just like, when he asked me, like, would you do this again? I was like, yeah, yes, I would absolutely do this all over again. Now, granted, would I have had some other things in place? Then perhaps, maybe. But would I do this all over again? Would I go out and say, hey, I'm about to find 5 acres of land somewhere that we can have some space? We can have a little extra space that we don't have to worry about all of the clutter and stuff around us. And I would absolutely do this all over again. I really would. You and Eco will love it even more when you no longer want a job. I received that. I received that, Katie. I received that, and I'm looking forward to that one day. That's how I feel about this trucking business. You burned out, but learning to be more grateful. I promise you, gratitude will take you so far in this life, so much further than complaining and whining and worrying about what is, what was, what's no longer. Gratitude, just being grateful for where you are, for what you have. We still don't have electricity. And guess what? We still not in a big hurry to get it. That's one of the great lessons that we have learned, is to learn how to live without electricity. Learn how to live without being connected to the power grid over the last year and some months. Learning how not to be connected, how not to be dependent on that, has made us so much stronger in so many ways. Because when I would have complained, when I would have just thought about all the stuff that I was missing, all the modern conveniences, the being able to just go inside, flip on a switch, and keep walking, not have to worry about, okay, let me make sure that the generator gets started up. Hey, we could leave our air conditioner running all day long when we were at work. We wouldn't run it like somebody was still in the house, but we wouldn't turn it off necessarily. We didn't have to. But when you're doing what we're doing, living off grid full time, baby, you got to turn the AC off. You got to, if you ain't there, if you're not in there, you got to turn that AC off. You can't be that wasteful. Today, we had such a wonderful experience today at one of our local Tractor Supplies, just because we ran into just this gentle soul, this kind soul. And we were going over there like, okay, we got to get some propane. We might as well do it on our lunch break real quick. And when we go to get this propane, okay, how long are they going to have us standing out here waiting on somebody to come out? Like, it's easy to think about all of that type of stuff. It's easy to think about, okay, how inconvenient that this is going to be, that we got to put the propane tank in the back of the truck. We got to run on our lunch break when we only have an hour for lunch to go and get the propane. Then Eco Neighbor got to carry the propane. Then he got to go back to the RV and he got to hook up the propane. we could get caught up in all of that stuff, or we could understand what true gratefulness is. We could truly understand what our ancestors go through, what we used to go through when we were young. I don't remember us having central heating and air. I remember fans. I remember box fans. I can remember when the fans, the rotating fans, the oscillating fans came out, and we got an oscillating fan. I can remember putting the box fan in the windows of our house, not central heating and air. I remember those times. And yeah, it was hot, but we didn't complain as much as we do today. I think a lot of us are very, very, we spoiled. Like, let's keep it real. We are very spoiled today because we get to go in to our homes, and we don't have to worry about when a storm is coming through. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How strong is this storm going to be? Is this going to be something that we can stay through, or are we going to have to go down the street to family house? There's so many things that we could complain about, yet we are so grateful. We feel so thankful that we have even had this opportunity. Like, we do this for real every day. We haven't had this type of opportunity in doing anything in our life. Like, yeah, we've been through a whole lot of hard stuff, but this by far is the most rewarding and the most challenging at the same time, with not having an air conditioner to just be able to push a button and get the air flowing, or leave the air running, because baby, it's hot in Florida. It is hot in Florida. There's no two ways about it. And so for us, we are just looking at how much we have learned over time, seeing things growing out. For those who are new here, a little over a year and some months ago, we bought a 20-acre tract of land that had nothing on it. It didn't have a well, it didn't have a septic tank, and it still does not have power. So we bought a well, we bought a septic tank, but we still have not invested in power, because that was like the least of our worries. We didn't realize how much that would be the least of our worries. When we got out there, when we got out onto the land, and then we were having to have jugs of water. We were just having to get cases of water, bottled water, and just big jugs of water. And we were having to survive off of that. We were having to bathe that way. We were having to literally just pour water over our heads in order to keep us cool, because it was hot. It was summertime. This year is even hotter, but it was very, very hot. We were having to put fans out. We were having to buy bags of ice and then use our little, what is that thing called? That thing that goes beeping when it doesn't have enough power. The inverter. We were having to charge, solar charge, and use this inverter in order to run our little fan, sitting ice out in front of it, to sit there and get cool, to pour cold water over our whole body in order to keep from having heat stroke out there. It has been a challenge, but I would do it all over again. Even going out there, the farmer across the street warned us when we first came out there to watch out for rattlesnakes. He said, y'all be careful over there, because we got some big rattlers out here. And every time somebody came to our property, they were like, y'all seen any rattlers yet? Everybody is like, man, you talking about big rattlers out here? We got some big rattlers out here. So y'all be careful out here on the land. And thankfully, we only saw one, and we saw him from the back. I didn't see it, thankfully. Eco neighbor saw it. And, was working. Huh? Oh yeah, we actually had what is it? A coral snake. We actually had a coral snake last week before last, that was out there, who is still running around loose. That, yeah, those are poisonous. So we don't want that. We don't want that around. We have some cats that are just kind of wild. They come around, they hang out, they get food, wild food from around there. And so we just try to see the greatness in everything that we're doing. We just try to see how we have grown so much as people. And the journey has been just fantastic. Hello. Hi, Love Notes. How are you doing? Good to see you. Kids love tracking like crocodile. They love being engaged too, in a mindful way. Yes. Hi, Sassy. How are you doing? Rambo Green Hands. How are you? Carissa D. Hello. How are you doing? Oh, I don't know what that means. Your Mac might take a dump. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Um, Hi, is it Auntie Shirley? Blessings, Eco Champion and Queen Gigi, Rambo Green Hands. How you doing? I was trying to wait for it to get a little less hot and humid here in 7A. Got to run out to cut the grass. I have to catch the rest on replay. All right, take care. Take care. My grandmother stayed through everything. She was a baddie. Yeah, listen, we can do all types of stuff. We can do way more than we know that we can do. And listen, I have a good fan right now. And when the generator has to go off in the middle of the night, I still got my fan. And we still able to stay cool and really enjoy a peaceful night's sleep. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, we may not have it in the traditional way anymore. We may not have it in the way where you have all of this convenient stuff. We may not have it like that anymore, but we still are wise enough and have enough experience now to go and get some things that are going to help us, that are going to help make things more convenient, even without having put in electrical. So there's so many ways that you can do things that, if you do them, they're going to make you so much stronger. They're going to make you so much stronger than you think you are. You have no idea what you can do until you get out there and you actually start doing it. And you actually start living it. And we were even having a discussion saying, even when we decide, or if we decide that we're going to get electrical out there, that we still are going to make sure that we working with that solar power. We using as much solar power as we can, because this has just taught us how to be a whole lot more conscientious of the amount of power that we use, the amount of water that we use, paying attention to everything, our surroundings. Like, it has just been a whole lesson in itself. So if I had to do it all over again, I would still do it all over again, because you cannot take the journey that we have been on. Once you do it, you can't take it for granted anymore. You can't take the simple things for granted, even when we're at work. You know, we like, we don't need to use all of that. We don't need to use that much water. You notice everything when you go through something like we have been through just recently. I be thanking God for my battery operated Ozark fan when the power goes out. I know that's right, love notes. Make it all sacred. Yes, yes, yes. I miss it absolutely no. John 74, how are you doing? It says, hello, Gigi Naturals and Eco. I pray you all are having a wonderful day. Hello, chat. It has been really, really wonderful day. Smile clickbait. What is clickbait? You saying my video is clickbait? That's what you're saying. Um, while you are scared of snakes, just playing. Me too, child. Listen, I let them stay where they at, and I stay where I'm at. That's how we do it. That's how we do it, Mrs. Queen. I let them stay where they at. Oh, snakes, don't like them. I would have to get a honey badger. You can get a honey badger as a pet. They'll become, it's too big. Okay. Child, listen. If you save some of the water after bathing, it will become water for plants. Rambo Green Hands, thank you for saying that. All of that, like, you pay attention to all of that type of stuff. Now we shower, so the water is just going out, but we do have containers sitting all around the property, and we're catching water. And one of the things that we're going to do is get some of the bigger ones so that we can hold water, so that we can have things, watering systems in different places, and be able to water our gardens. Because look, we have stuff everywhere. We have things planted all up in the woods. We have things planted all over the place. And carrying water is not fun. It's not one of the things that you want to get into the habit of, unless you're just trying to get your workout in. But we do what we have to do for the time being. But in the meantime, I'm telling you, you pay attention to all of that type of stuff. We waste so much more than we think. We do. We are very, very wasteful. And that's one of the things that I really appreciate about this journey, is that we have learned how to conserve a whole lot more. And we thought that we were doing pretty good when we were on the grid. We really did. We thought we were doing pretty good when we were on the grid. And I think in some ways we did, because it showed in when we were able to stop leaving everything on, start turning things off, and sometimes just turn the whole house off from the box. Since nobody was going to be there during the day, we just turned the whole entire house off. And refrigerator was fine, freezer was fine, because nobody's there to be opening it. So we conserved in that way, and were able to cut down light bills and things like that. My water is strictly conserved, and I don't blame you. And I don't blame you. But the journey is well worth it. And we are grateful every day when we get to a certain point outside of the city. We are just so grateful. We're just so grateful. And we love to get there. We love to get to that point where we're just starting to, the topography just looks different. It just looks different. And so we love getting to the country. Once we get here, it's all downhill. It's all downhill. I must be buffering. Am I buffering? I think I'm buffering. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it quits since I'm at that point now. I'm at that point. So I thank you all so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. But be grateful. Be grateful for whatever it is that you have, because I promise you, things could be so much worse for you. Things could be so much worse. And keep looking up so that things will get better for you. So take care, y'all. Okay, we're going down the hill. See y'all later. Take care. Bye, y'all.